coming out here. I really appreciate the support. It's awesome to have a chance for these guys. The amount of work they put into, the months that we worked on this for them to have a chance to do an encore performance, a second performance. It's really special. So thank you very much. Some of you, I don't know if you've seen the play or familiar with the play. I like to do a little introduction to put a names to faces and help along with some convoluted storylines. So just give you a real quick synopsis here, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So the play Much Ado About Nothing is about a soldier, the Prince of Aragon, Don Pedro, who's returning from battle with his half-brother, Don John. There's Don John. When Don Pedro decides to stay at his friend's house, Signor Leonardo. Stay at Signor Leonardo's house for a while. You can apply at the end. If you feel it. While he's there, one of his men, Claudio, a count in his service, I really should have figured out which side the count comes falls in love with Leonardo's daughter, Hero. Over here. Alright? Now, while you're there, Don Pedro and others, including Antonio, the brother of Leonardo, here, and Margaret and Ursula, the Lady Hero's waiting gentlewomen, there they are, okay, they come up with a plan to entertain themselves before the wedding to try to trick Benedict, who is another one of Don Pedro's men, and a confirmed bachelor, into falling in love with Beatrice, Leonardo's niece, who isn't pregnant about there herself. He could get up. Now, while all that's fun and games, but Don John is still smarting over the defeat he suffered at the hands of his brother, and he decides he wants to ruin the wedding of Claudio and Hero. So two of his men, Borachio and Conrad, they come up with a plan with him to try to ruin the wedding by pretending that Margaret is Hero. Now, Borachio and Margaret have kind of a thing. So Borachio woos Margaret, who is pretending to be Hero. Now, Margaret doesn't know this, of course. And Claudio and Pedro see this and think that Hero is cheating on him the night before the wedding. And disaster occurs. The plan is eventually, however, discovered by the local law enforcement, led by Dogberry and his assistant, the Verges. There we are. Yay. And the watch. There's the watch. There's the watch. They discover the plan with the help of a sexton. Come on out, sexton. You're good. Off you go. With the help of a sexton, they discover the plan, and eventually Friar Francis. Friar Francis. It's the sexton without the hat. Helps come up with a plan to try to fix everything, and I couldn't figure out a way to work him into the synopsis, but Balthazar is another one of Don Pedro's men, and oftentimes delivers timely messages. Thank you, Balthazar. We're good. So that's the quick synopsis of it. So, without further ado, I give you Much Ado About Nothing.
Off when I left him.
How many gentlemen have you lost through this action?
A few of any sort, and none of name.
A victory is twice itself when the achiever brings back full rivers. I find here that Don Pedro bestowed much honor to Prince named Claudio.
He hath borne himself beyond the promise of his age, doing, in the figure of a lamb, the feats of a lion. I pray you, is Signor now Tanto returned from the wars? Or no? I know none of that name, lady. There is none such in the army of any sort.
My cousin meets Signor Benedict of Padua.
Oh, he's returned, and as pleasant as ever he was.
I pray you, how many have they killed and eaten in these wars? But how many have they killed? For indeed, I promise to eat all of his killings.
He has done good service, lady, in these wars.
You had lusty victual, and he hath helped to eat it. He is a very valiant gentleman. He hath an excellent stomach.
And a good soldier, too, lady.
And a good soldier to a lady, but what is he to a lord?
A lord to a lord, a man to
serve a steak, my niece. There's a merry war between Senior Benedict and her, but they never meet, but there's a skirmish of wits between them.
Alas, he gets nothing by that. The last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits were halting off, and now his whole man governed with 1. Who is his companion now? His every month a new sworn brother.
He is most in the company of the right noble Claudia.
Oh Lord, he'll hang upon him like a disease. They sooner caught the pestilence than take him perfectly mad. God help the noble Claudio. If he have caught the Benedict, it will cost him 1,000 pounds ere he be cured.
I will hold friends with you, lady.
Do, good friend.
You'll never run back, niece.
No, not till a hot January.
Don Pedro is approached.
Good Signor Leonardo, you are come to meet your trouble. The fashionable world is to avoid cost and you found her.
Never came trouble with the likeness of your grace.
You embrace your cards too willingly. I think this is your daughter.
Her mother hath many times told me so.
You would doubt, sir, that you asked her.
Senior Benedict, no, but then were you a child?
You have a fool, Benedict. By this we may guess what you are. Being a man, truly the lady follows herself. Be happy, lady, for you are like an honorable father.
If Senior Leonardo be her father, she would not have her head on her shoulders for all the season, as like a man she is.
I wonder that you still be talking, Signor Benedict. No, Benedict.
What, my dear lady Disdain, are you yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die while she has such neat food to feed it as Signor Benedict? Courtesy itself must convert to Disdain if she comes in your friends.
That is courtesy of Turco. But I am certain I am loved of all ladies, only you excepted. And I would I could find in my heart that I have a heart. Truly, I love none.
A dear happiness to women, then also can trouble pernicious suitor. I thank God my cold blood are not a humor for that. I'd rather hear my dog bark and crow than that swear he loves me.
God, keep your ladyship still behind. So some gentleman or other shall escape the predestinate scratch face.
Scratching cannot make it worse than through such a face as yours were.
Well, you are a rare parent.
A bird of my time is better than a beast of yours.
I would my horse at the speed of your tongue. But in God's name I have burned speed.
You always end with a jade's trick. I know you will.
Signor Claudius, Signor Benedict, my dear friend Leonardo has invited you all. I tell him we shall stay at the least of 1.
Let me bid you welcome. Being reconciled to the prince your brother, I owe you all duty.
I thank you. I'm not of many words, but I thank you.
Please your grace, lead on.
Your hand, Leonardo, we will go together.
Benedict, didst thou note the daughter of Signor Leonato?
I noted her not, but I looked on her.
Is she not a modest young lady?
Do you question me as an honest man for my simple true judgment? Or do you have me speak after my custom and being a professed tyrant to their sex?
No, I pray thee, speak in sober judgment.
Why, if faith, it thinks to sue low for high praise, too proud for fair praise, too little for a great praise. But only this combination of the fortune her, that being other than she is, she were a cancer, and being lower than she is, I do not like her.
Thou thinkest I am in sport. I pray thee, tell me truly how thou likest her.
Did you buy her that you inquire after her?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Yeah, and the case to put it into. But speak of this with a sad brow.
In mine eye, she is the sweetest lady that ever I looked on.
It's come to this. Shall I never see a bachelor priest-door again? Go to a faith, thy needs the thrust thy neck into a yoke. Wear a print of it in sigh-away Sundays.
What secrets hath you held you that you fall not to Leonardo?
He is in love. With who? That's thy grace's part. With Hero. Leonardo short. Naughty.
Amen if you love her, for she is very well worthy.
You speak this to fetch me in, my lord?
By my trust, I speak my father.
And in faith, my lord, I spoke mine.
And in my two faiths and trust, my lord, I spoke mine.
That I love her, I feel.
That she is worthy, I know.
That neither I feel how she should be loved nor how she should be worthy is the opinion that Byron has left out of me. I will burn with that at the stake.
Thou wast ever an obstinate heretic in the spite of beauty.
Thou woman concede me? I thank her that she brought me up, a humble fix, but that I would have to hang my bugle, invisible vulture, all little bachelor.
Well, as time shall try, in time the savage bull doth bear the young.
The savage bull may, but if ever the sensible Benedict bears it, cut off his horns and send it to my forehead. To be vilely painted in such great letters, here is a good horse to hire. Let them signify to my sire, here is Benedict, the very man.
Good Senior Benedict, prepare Leonatus. Help, commend me to him and tell him I will not fail in his supper, for he has made great preparation.
Examine your conscience, so I leave you.
Hath Leonato any son, my lord?
No child but Europe, she is his only heir. He shall sell like her, Claudio.
Oh, my lord, when I went onward on this ended action, looked upon her with a soldier's eye, that like but had a rougher task in mind than to drive liking to the name of love. But now I'm returned, and those forethoughts have left their places vacant, and in come thronging soft desires, all prompting me how fair young hero is, saying, I liked her ere I went to wars.
Thou wilt be a lover presently, higher than hero with the book of words. If thou dost love fair hero, cherish it, and I will break with her and her father, and thou shalt have her. I know we will have revel tonight. I will assume thy part in some disguise and tell fair hero I am Claudio, and in her bosom I will clasp my heart and take her hearing prisoner with the force and strong encounter of my amorous tale. Then to her father I'll break, and the conclusion is she shall be kind. In practice, let us put it presently.
What did we hear, my lord? Why are you thus out of measure sad?
There's no measure in the occasion that breeds, therefore the sadness is without limit.
You should hear reason.
And when I have heard it, what blessing brings it? I cannot hide what I am. I must be sad when I have cause and smile at no man's jest. Eat when I have stomach and wait for no man's leisure. Sleep when I am drowsy and tend to no man's business. Laugh when I am merry and claw no man in his humor. In the meantime, let me be that I am and seek not to alter.
Yea, but you must not make full show of this till you may do it without controlment. You have of late ousted against your brother, and he hath taken you newly into grace, where it is impossible that you should take it truly by the fair weather that you make yourself.
I had rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace. In this, though I cannot be said to be a flattering honest man, it must not be denied, but I am a plain-dealing villain. If I had my mouth, I would bite, and if I had my liberty, I would do my liking.
Can you make no use of your discontent?
I make all use of it, for I use it only. Who comes here? What news brought you?
I can give you intelligence of intended marriage.
Will it serve for any model to build mischief on?
Marion, your brother's right hand.
Who? The most exquisite Claudio?
Even he.
How came you to this?
I heard it agreed upon that the prince should woo Hero for himself and have the king give her to come Claudio.
Come, let us thither. This may prove food to my displeasure. That young startup hath all the glory of my overthrow. If I can cross him any way, I bless myself every way. You are both sure and will assist me?
To death, my lord.
Shall we go prove what's to be done?
We'll wait upon your lordship.
Saw Count John here at supper?
I saw him not. How tawdry that gentleman looks. I never can see him, but I'm heartburned an hour after.
He is of a very melancholy disposition. He were an excellent man, though made just in the midway between him and Benedict. The one is too much like an image and says nothing. The other one is too much like my lady's eldest son, evermore tattling.
Then have Senior Benedict's tongue in Count John's mouth, and Count John's melancholy in Senior Benedict's face.
A good leg and a good foot, uncle, and money enough in his purse. Such a man could win any woman in the world if it could get her goodwill.
By my troth, niece, thou would never get thee a husband if thou be so shrewd of thy tongue.
Lord, I cannot endure a husband with a beard on his face.
Then you light on a husband that hath no beard.
What should I do with him? Dress him up in my apparel and make him my waiting gentlewoman? He that hath a beard is more than a youth, and he that hath no beard is less than a man. And he that is more than a youth is not for me. And he that is less than a man, I am not for him.
And go thee into hell.
No, but to the gate, and there will the devil meet me like an old kettle with horns in his head and say, "Get you to heaven, Beatrice, get you to heaven." You go face to your face. So off to St. Peter for the heavens. He will show me where the bachelors sit, and there will we live as merry as days long.
Well, needs I trust you to be ruled by your father.
Yes, faith, because my cousin Judy may curtsy and say, "Father," and
Daughter, remember what I told you. If the prince do salutes you in that kind, you know your answer. Well, niece, I hope one day you are fitted with a husband.
Not till God make man out of some other metal than earth.
Niece, your apprehension passing shrewdly.
I've a good eye, uncle. I can see a church by daylight. To where was her entry?
Lady, will you walk about with your friend?
I know you well enough. You're Senior Antonio.
At the word I've done.
I know you by the waggling of your head.
At the word I've got.
Come, do you think I do not know you by your excellent wit?
Will you not tell me who told you so?
No, you shall pardon me.
Nor will you tell me who you are?
Not now.
That I was disdainful, and that I had my good wit out of 100 merry tales.
Well, this was Signor Benedict that said so.
What's he?
I'm sure you know him well enough.
Not I, believe me.
Has he never made you laugh?
I pray you, what is he?
Why, he's the prince's jester. A very dull fool. Only libertines delight in him, for he both pleases men and angers them, and then laugh at him and beat him. I'm sure he is in the fleet. I would he had boarded me.
When I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you say.
Do. We must follow bleeding.
In every good thing.
That is Claudio. I know him by his bearing.
Are not you Signor Benedict?
You know me well. I am he.
Signor, you are very near my brother in his love. He is enamored of hero. I pray you, dissuade him from her. She is no equal for his birth.
How knew you he loves her?
I heard of Claire's affection.
So did I too, and he swore he would marry her tonight.
Come, let us to the banquet.
'Tis certain so, Prince woos for himself. Friendship is constant in all other things save in the office and affairs of love. Farewell, therefore, hero.
Count Claudio.
Yeah, the same.
Count, will you go with me?
Whither?
That's your own business. The prince has got your lady hero.
I wish him joy of her.
Would you think the prince would have served you thus?
I pray you, leave me.
Alas! Poor hurt foul. But that my lady Beatrice should know me and not know me. The prince's fool? Ha! Maybe I go after that child because I am married. Yea, but so am I apt to doing myself wrong. I'm not so reputed. I'll be revenged if I may.
Where's the count? Did you see him?
Alas, I played the part of Lady Fame. I found him here as melancholy as a lodge in the warm. I told him, and I think I told him true, that your grace has got the goodwill of the young lady.
The Lady Beatrice hath a quarrel to you. For the man who danced with her told us she is much wronged by you.
Oh, she misused me past the influence of the blood. She told me, not knowing who I was, that I was the prince's jester. Humbling jest upon jest, with such impossible convenience that I stood there like a man at a mark, with the whole army shooting at me. She speaks ponders and everywhere stabs. If her breath were as bad as her terminations, there would be no living near her. She would have infected the North Star. So I'll just quiet. Horror and perturbation follows her.
Look, here she comes.
Will your grace will marry to any servants of the World's End? I will go to the slightest errand to the Antipodes, fetch you a hair off the great champ's beard. You have no employment for me?
None but desire your good company.
Oh God, here is a dish I cannot endure my lady tongue.
Come, Lady Beatrice, you have lost the heart of Signor Benedict.
Indeed, my lord, he lent it me a while, and I gave him use for it, a double heart for a single one. Marry, once before he won it of me with false dice. Therefore, your grace may very well say I've lost it.
You put him down, lady, you put him down.
I brought Count Claudio, whom you sent me to seek.
How now, Count? Wherefore art thou sad?
Not sad, my lord.
How then, sick?
Neither, my lord.
The Count is neither sad, nor sick, nor merry, nor well, but civil Count, civil as an orange, and something of that jealous complexion.
In faith, lady, I think your blazing to be true. Though I'll be sworn if you be so, for his conceit is false. Claudio, in thy name I have wounded fair hero was one. I broke with their father and his goodwill obtained. Name the day of marriage, and God give thee joy.
Count, take of me my daughter, and with her my fortunes. His grace I made the match, and in grace say amen to it.
'Tis your cue.
Silence is the perfectest herald of joy. Lady, as you are mine, I am yours.
Speak, cousin, or if you cannot, stop his mouth with a kiss and let him not speak neither.
In faith, lady, you have a merry heart.
Indeed, my lord, I thank it, poor fool. It keeps on the windy side of care. My cousin tells him in his ear that he is in her heart.
And so she doth, cousin.
Good Lord for alliance. Thus goes everyone to the world but I. And I am sunburned. I may go sit in the corner and cry, hey ho, for a husband.
Lady Beatrice, I will get you one.
I'd rather have one of your father's getting. Has there Grace never brother like you? No, Grace got your father got excellent husbands and made become by them.
Will you have me, lady?
No, my lord, not unless I might have another one for working days. No, Grace is too costly to wear every day. But I beseech your Grace, pardon me. I was born to speak all mirth and no manner.
Your silence must offend me, and to be married best becomes you, for out of question you were born to marry a one.
No, sure, my lord. My mother cried. Then, there was the sky dance. And under that, I was born. Cousins, God give you joy.
By my troth, a pleasant spirited lady.
There's little melancholy element in her, for she is never sad, and even if she sleeps, she is never sad then. For I have often heard her say that she has dreamt of unhappiness and woken herself with laughter.
She could not endure to hear tell of a husband.
Oh, by no means.
She were an excellent wife for Benedict.
Even if they were married for a week, they would talk themselves mad.
Captain Claudio, when means you to go to church?
Tomorrow, my lord.
Not till Monday, which is hence a 7 nights rest, and a time to read to have all things caught on my mind.
I warn thee, Claudio, time shall not so duly by us. In the interim, I will undertake one of Hercules' labors. That is to bring the Lady Beatrice and Signor Benedict into a mountain of affection, the one with the other. I would fain have them met, and I doubt not what their passion is. If you will but minister such assistance as I will give you direction.
My lord, I am for you.
And I, my lord.
And you, gentle hero,
I will do any modest office, my lord, to help my cousin to a good husband.
if we can do this, Cupid is no longer arching. His lord will be all ours, for we are the only beloved gods. Come with me, and I will tell you my drift.
It is so, the Count Claudio shall marry the daughter of Leonardo.
Yea, my lord, I can cross it.
Any bar, any cross, any impediment will be medicinal to me, for I am sick in displeasure to him. And whatsoever comes athwart his affection ranges evenly with mine. How canst thou cross this marriage?
Not honestly, my lord, but so covertly that no dishonesty shall appear in me.
Show me briefly how.
I think I told your lordship years since how in favor of Margaret, Lady Hero's gentlewoman.
I remember.
I can, at any unseasonable moment of the night, appoint her to look out for the Lady Chamber's window.
What life is in that to be the death of this marriage?
The poison of that lies for your temper. Go then, Prince, your brother. Spare not to tell him that he has wronged this honor by marrying Claudio to a contaminated stale of such one as Hero.
What proof shall I make of that?
They will scarcely believe this without trial. Offer them instances, which shall bear no less likelihood. When they see me at her chamber window, hear me call Margaret Hero, and see this the very night before the intended marriage. For in the meantime, I will so fashion the matter that Hero shall be absent, and be such seeming truth obscures disloyalty, that jealousy shall be called assurance, and her preparation overthrown.
And grow this to what adverse to you again. I will put it in practice, and be cunning in the working of this, and thy fee is 1,000 ducats.
Love. Will and he hath lapsed at such shallow follies and others. He's become the argument of his scorn by falling in love. And such a man as Claudio. I know him when there was no music in him but the drum and the fife. But now, he would rather listen to the tabor of the pipe. I know him when he would walk 10 miles a foot just to see a good armor, but now he lies 10 nights away, carving the fashion out of his new doublet. He was wont to speak plain and to the purpose, like an honest man's soldier. But now, he's turned to orthography. His words are a very fantastical banquet. fair.